Flash floods near Athens leave at least 15 dead. 0140 Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras declared a state of mourning after a freak overnight downpour with the force of a waterfall flooded 3 towns near Athens, killing at least 15 people. At this time, declaring a state of national mourning over this great tragedy is the least we can do, Tsipras said in a televised address on Wednesday. I pledge that we will stand next to the families of the victims with all the means at our disposal, he added. The flooding, described as the worst in 20 years, struck the towns of Mandra, Nea Paramos and Megara, a semi-rural area west of Athens where many factories and warehouses are based. The water came down the mountain, millions of tons, Nea Paramos deputy mayor told state broadcaster ERT as locals braced for another night of heavy rainfall. Our roads are completely destroyed, 1,000 homes have been flooded, that's a third of the town, he added. Car wreckages are piled up in a flooded street of Mandra, northwest of Athens. An FP. The Greater Athens Governor's Office said the force and danger posed by the weather front is unprecedented. We had another incident in 1999, but it was nothing like this, said Megara Mayor Grigoris Stamouli. Television images showed tanker trucks, buses and lorries nearly completely submerged in the reddish mud torrent snaking through entire neighborhoods. Over a dozen people were hospitalized, state agency ANA said. 1 person was missing. The fire service reported 13 dead and the Coast Guard 2 more. Red Cross personnel and firemen carry an elderly man to an ambulance. AP. The dead, men and women aged 35 to over 90, included a handful of people who perished inside or near their homes, a truck driver, a hunter, and 2 men who were carried by the raging water miles out to sea. More than a dozen people were rescued from a bus, while others fled a Johnson & Johnson factory whose outer wall collapsed. The Prime Minister's office said 87 people had been rescued overall. Tsipras said the army would help house the homeless. Greece's Civil Protection Authority said 3 highways had been severed with traffic rerouted. A woman with an umbrella stands in a flooded street next to a damaged shop in the town of Mandra, northwest of Athens. AFP. The situation is very difficult. The Niagara Falls came down and could not be stopped, Deputy Regional Governor Yanis Vasiliou told ERT. The weather forecast is poor, so we are on alert. A river of debris went through Mandra. This is unprecedented, he said. Everything is lost. The disaster is biblical, Mandra Mayor Ioana Krikouki told the station. We have people who are trapped. We need machinery to get them out of their homes, said Krikouki, who was also immobilized in her home. Parts of the area were without electricity and authorities said many people would need shelter for the night, while the deputy mayor of the town of Nea Paramos, which was without water, said repairs may take up to 5 days. Access to the area is difficult. Debris has nearly reached the height of homes, said a fire department spokesman. An elderly woman helps a man entering her house in Mandra, northwest of Athens. An FP. The deputy governor said rubble clearing equipment had been moved to the area but could not be used until the water levels subside. Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras said the deaths had been caused by a disastrous flood and expressed deep sorrow for the deaths. The fire service said it had received more than 600 calls for help and dispatched nearly 200 firemen to the area. A prosecutor ordered an investigation into building violations in the area. Geologist Dimitris Papanikolaou said ill-conceived construction in the area meant this was a disaster waiting to happen. A man clears mud from his home in front of flipped-over cars in the municipality of Mandra, Western Athens. AP. We chose this very area as a test case for flooding, Papanikolaou, a professor at Athens University, told ANA Radio. It's a mountainous area with a network of small rivers coming together in a torrent that had been blocked for over 500 meters. There was nowhere for the water to go, he said. 2 people had died in flooding in the area in 1996, Papanikolaou noted. Stricken areas will request EU solidarity funds, the governor's office said. On Tuesday, intense rain had also struck the eastern Aegean island of Simi, without causing victims.